Good evening, everyone.
Hi, good evening.
Okay, let's get started. Okay, a question to all of you. Why one should learn Power BI, or why do you want to learn Power BI? So maybe online participants, you can unmute yourself and you can answer this question. Why do you want to learn Power BI? What do you know about Power BI maybe?
Power BI is about visualizing the data and making the actionable insights and giving the better output, which can help to the company to grow their business.
Visualization tool. You can easily draw the insights from the data. Okay, perfect. Online participants, what do you know about Power BI?
Analyzing and visualization data.
Analyzing and visualizing the data. Okay, perfect. What else? What else do you all know about Power BI?
Creating dashboards.
Creating dashboards, excellent.
Yeah, we can generate very insightful reports as well along with dashboards.
Right, insightful reports. Okay, good. What else? Okay. So yeah, definitely, a good number of points that you mentioned. Along with that, there are so many other points as well.
Maybe it also supports for seamless integration of the data as well.
Right, seamless
When we
integration.
are working with, very huge data, we can
Correct, absolutely
make
right.
use of it for better decision making and all.
Right, better decision making. Yes. So the seamless integrations of the data from different sources. You can connect to SQL Server, MySQL, Oracle, SAP, whatnot. You name anything, Excel, folder, PDF, whatnot. You name any data connector which is available there. Okay, perfect. That's really good. Yeah, maybe with that, let's get started. I want to hear from you, your name and what is it you're currently doing. You may be working somewhere or you may be a fresher, right? So, and yeah, maybe that should help. Write your name, if you are working, where are you working and what kind of role you're into. If you're a fresher, yeah, that's, maybe your education background. Okay, so let's start. Who would like to go first?
Yeah, good evening, one and all. Myself, Dr. Satyarani. I have 27 years of teaching experience, in which 5 years is with corporate as well. And currently, I am associated with a reputed international private university, where my designation is associate professor, and it belongs to the business management line.
Thanks for that, ma'am. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Hello, hi, good evening, everyone. I wish you happy new year. My name is Yogesh. Myself, I'm an investment banker having 20 years of experience. But from last 5 years, I am a trader. Currently looking at migrating myself to IT. So that's about it.
Thank you so much. Who wants to go next? Yeah, offline participants, you may want to.
Hi, hello everyone, present over here. My name is Priyansh Gautam. I have recently completed my BTech and I have also done a couple of internships. I'm looking forward to join in the field of data analytics and to give my best by making projects using my skills. So just I want to upgrade myself in every possible way. So that's about it.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, this is Sandhya. I'm a student. Currently, I'm doing my MA Sociology, and this course is to build the skills.
Thank you. Online participants, anyone would like to introduce yourself? Your name and where are you currently working? You may be a fresher and what's your education background?
Hello everybody, myself Nagendra Violeti. I just completed my hotel management, and after that I will start learning data analytics. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, perfect. Then with that, we'll proceed. We are from Excelytics. What we believe is that data is universal. Data analytics is universal. It's just not limited to only one domain or one industry. It's everywhere. Now, these days, we are generating the data and almost every place we see a lot of data, right? So what's currently going on is like everything is like a data-driven decision-making process, okay? So in that process, we have so many tools that support this decision making. So especially one of those tools is Power BI. You also have so many other tools like Tableau, ClickSense, Google Data Studio, and so many tools. But most of the companies these days preferring to move towards Power BI. I'll also explain you why companies are preferring this kind of tool. There are different reasons. I'll take you through one by one. But yeah, as you know, today is Power BI orientation session. So I'll take you through what is needed and what will be covered and what are the prerequisites to attend this training session. All these points. And yeah, as I'm showing our company profile, and we are into the different data analytics training courses. We design the courses for the corporates. We also offer the certifications. You name any Microsoft certification, we can offer that. And also we do a lot of consulting work, working with different companies and their projects, right? That's what we are currently doing. Yeah, so that's about company. And coming to me, I'm Kishore, and it's been like 16 plus years I'm into this reporting and analytics. So worked with different companies earlier. Now I'm working as a consultant for different companies like be it Dr. Reddy's, and I basically design the L&D training programs in terms of the data analytics. Okay. So I'm MCT Microsoft Certified Trainer, MCP Microsoft Certified Professional. I'm Deloitte Faculty Excellence Certified, Six Sigma Certified, QMS Internal Auditor by ISO Certified. I'm a PL 300 Power BI Data Analyst Associate Certified by Microsoft. There is a certification after this Power BI training program. If you want to attend online, we'll guide you like how you can go for the certification and all. So I work right from Excel to any visualization tool, I would say. But these days I'm spending a lot of time on Power BI. Earlier I was with ClickView, ClickSense. Back in when I was with Deloitte for about 4 years, I was working with as a developer in ClickSense and ClickView. And later, a couple of years, I worked on Tableau in Deloitte only. And now I'm mostly working with Power BI. And I've delivered a good number of projects on Power BI as a freelance consultant. So I'm into Power Apps, Power Automate, VBA macros, SAP Crystal Reports, SAP Business Intelligence, so many tools. And I also work with different domains like US healthcare, revenue cycle management, financial data analysis, contact center analytics, IT data analytics, and manufacturing industry. So different places I worked with. I got like almost all the MOS certifications, the Microsoft Office Specialist certifications, be it Excel Expert, Word Expert, all these things are the certification badges. Of course, that list is too big and I was able to accommodate only a few here. But maybe looking at all these technologies and all, don't think I'm from a technical education background. I'm from BCom, MBA finance background. So that's my education background. I'm currently leading the team here at Excelytics. As I said, like we deliver a lot of projects, and we also design so many L&D programs for different companies. Earlier, I was with Quadratics. They are into the artificial intelligence and machine learning. I was working as a senior consultant in data analytics. And I was with Deloitte as an assistant manager, same like reporting and analytics. I was with United Health Group. All this, I think most of you know these companies. And I was a process automation expert there. So my job is to sit with the process, understand the process, and code it. And so that, that process gets automated. That's what I used to do. People now talking about, artificial intelligence and, because of these machine learning models and all, people losing the jobs. But it's not new, actually. It has been there. It just got into the mainstream and everyone is talking about this. But it's there since like 2013. I was an automation expert and my job was to remove the jobs. That's what I say, right? So sit with the process, understand the process, and automate the process and move those resources to different teams, right? This is not actually new. But more as technology is now available for most of the companies, now every company is now available, going for it. It's able to afford now. But earlier the technology, be it any kind of RPA tool, that was like more expensive, be it Blue Prism, UiPath, Automation Anywhere. These tools are like very expensive those days. But now with the sophisticated technology and so many tools in the market, almost every mid-scale, small-scale company is also able to implement automation solutions, right? That's the reason you see a lot of places are getting affected because of these automations and AI. But it's not new, actually. It's not new in the market, right? So yeah, as part of this particular training program, that's briefly about me. And as part of this particular training program, we start from the fundamentals of business intelligence and why business intelligence, what is Power BI, why Power BI is needed, right? All these things. And along with that, we also covered the SQL basics, okay, that are needed to get into Power BI. Once again, there may be a few you already completed SQL sessions from us. Absolutely. I mean, that is nice. But yeah, someone who is like very new to SQL, don't know any idea about what is SQL Server, what is this language and all. No need to worry. I'll be covering 2 to 3 days of SQL sessions only, beginning of Power BI. It may be like a refresher for you, the ones who are attending. You have attended already SQL, and now you are going to attend this Power BI. Okay, so that's how we start our sessions, and these sessions would go about 23 days, almost like 20 to 23 days. And then in this, as I said, few days of SQL, and then we'll start up this content like introduction to Power BI, getting the data and transform the data using Power Query, one of the very, very powerful language available inside Power BI. This is one of those things that makes Power BI stand out from other tools. In other tools, in ClickSense, you need to do a lot of coding. In Tableau, it doesn't have any direct ETL tool. You again need a Tableau prep. For the data preparation, we have a prep. Okay, well, there is a tool. So Power BI has an integrated environment wherein you can do all that ETL activity. I'll show you a few steps today. So that has almost all the data connectors available so that you can read the data from SQL, CSVs, folder, PDFs, whatnot, you name anything, it's there. And then we also do data transformation steps using the different features of Power Query. In this, we learn mQuery language. Good thing is that you no need to really type any codes there. You just perform a step and it records a code for you. And then we move on to the data modeling, where we build very powerful data models, effective data models in terms of the great performance of the report. So we'll talk about all those data modeling concepts, how to build the hierarchies, how to build the custom tables, how to create the relationships, active relationship, inactive relationship, filter directions. So many things are there. And along with that, we create date dimension table. So we'll talk about what is a date dimension and why a table is needed for the dates, right? All these points. And then we'll move on to Power BI visualizations. In Excel, the ones who are yet to complete the dashboards in Excel and all, you may be like little, excited to see how these dashboards work in Excel, right? In Power BI, with these visuals, you can create the next level dashboards, next level reports, okay? So I'll show you how these, how to create these interactive dashboards, reports and all using the Power BI visualizations. Today, I'll show you a couple of examples, how quickly you can put together a report and, play with the data. So I'll show you that. And just not only the traditional visuals, we have something called custom visuals. You can download very, very, effective visuals from online. I'll show you that process also. Slicing and dicing, probably you would have heard this slicers, filters in Excel. But yeah, we spend more time in here in terms of slicing and dicing the data. And along with that, we have something called DAX, data analysis expressions, okay? So a good number of DAX formulas are covered, a good maybe 50, 60 different types of formulas we work with. And someone who is good with Excel formulas, there is actually, so many formulas are very much similar between Excel and Power BI. So if you are good with Excel formulas, writing Power BI formulas is very, very easy, right? So we'll also talk about that. And one of those formulas called calculate function, it is a filter function that controls the filters to get different types of results, okay? So as part of DAX, we discuss all those things. I have the list of DAX functions. I'll show you in the material, it's there. And then finally, once the powerful reports are ready, we want to publish. Nothing but we want to make it available for our clients. Your client may be there in US location. So how the traditional reporting happens is that you create an Excel report and you save it in your system. And then once everything is ready, you attach it to the email and you send it to your client. But you don't need to do that if you're working in Power BI environment. You just need to, save the report and publish it online so that your boss directly can log into the account and see the report, right? Using some Google Chrome or Edge browser, directly using the browser, they can view the data, right? So while publishing these reports, we also create something called roles. This is quite interesting thing. So the roles, to control the RLS, row level security. So nothing but in the traditional reporting, what happens if you need to share the reports with different regional managers? You need to create different reports. East manager with only East data, West manager with only West data. Why do we do that? Because East manager is not supposed to see West region's data, right? But a CEO should be able to see entire thing. So if that is the case, then in regular Excel reporting, it's like a little challenging thing. But here in Power BI, it's like very easy to manage. I'll show you that as well. So this training program covers right from the fundamentals of Power BI to how to create a very powerful dashboard in Power BI service. This covers both developer and admin part. Nothing but Power BI desktop is for the developer, Power BI service for the Power BI administration part. Both the modules are covered in this training program. As I said, it's going to take a good 20 to 23 working days in which you will be learning SQL fundamentals in the first few days, and then we'll move on to Power BI, okay, and how to create the reports and all, right? So course outline, do you have any questions or anything would you like to discuss as far as the course outline is concerned? Okay, consider that as no. So as I said, Power BI desktop for the developer, Power BI service for the administration, both of them are covered along with a good number of DAX functions and all. So with that, what I would like to do is I'll just take you through the course material once. So this package will be placed on Google Drive, and from there you can download it. Okay, who's ever part of this particular training program, you'll get the link to it. If not, you just check with the front office and they will share the link with you. This has got everything in it. Okay, so the data sources that we use, the instructions that are needed, DAX, and as I told you, like there are so many DAX functions available. We'll talk about different DAX functions. Okay, so a good number of DAX functions are there. We'll talk about all those things. And the other few things like the data visualization related, we perform a couple of practicals, we publish the reports on Power BI service, and we create a good number of sample dashboards. And we also have a final project using, a project documentation that you get, and you need to go through the project documentation and understand what is required. And, you just need to connect to the different sources and create a final output like this. Okay. So we'll talk about all these things, how to create. Okay. Fine. So as I said, starting from SQL fundamentals and how to create very powerful dashboards and publish them onto Power BI service. And for this, you need to create a Power BI service account. We'll show you how you can create your Power BI service account for free. Okay, usually if you want to have Power BI service account, you need to have an organizational email address. Okay, organizational email address. Nothing but, so-and-so, let's say kumar@deloitte.com or, kumar@hsbc.com, something like that. You need to have an organizational email address. Even if you don't have it, it's absolutely fine, because we'll show you the process, how you can get an organizational email address for free. Okay, so using which you can create your Power BI service account, and then you can use it like any other Power BI Pro user. We'll talk about the licensing. We'll talk about how these, the pricing model of the different licenses. But as a free user of Power BI, you may not need to, you don't need to buy any license. Okay, I'll show you how you can make use of all the features as a free user of Power BI. Okay. So the material will be shared online. To say like in the Google Drive, and from there you can download it, right? So let me show you one of those things. Why Power BI? Okay, Power BI is part of our reporting layer where you want to create so many reports. But tell me something. If you want to create a report, what is needed? Data is needed. Perfect. Usually the data is there in some database in any big organization or mid-scale or size or organization. If you consider, the data is there in a database. This could be a SQL Server database or a Oracle database, MySQL database. Different databases are there, but the good thing is that almost every connector is present in Power BI. So you can easily, connect to any of the data sources and create very, very powerful reports, and so that, you can easily draw the insights from the data, right? So There are different reasons why we need to visualize the data. We'll talk about that once we get into our actual sessions. But before that, understand, we are into the reporting layer working with the Power BI. And if you have any SQL Server kind of a thing, then there is a language needed, SQL. Okay. So as I said, the next 2 days going to be the SQL fundamentals only to understand what is primary key, foreign key, what is data normalization, denormalization, ETL process, the real-time systems like OLTP, OLAP. Okay, what is the focus of these systems? Why do we need 2 different types of systems in the real time? All these points we'll discuss first, and then only we'll move on to Power BI. So absolutely no need to worry, even if you are very, very new to SQL. We'll cover those topics and then only we'll move on to Power BI. Right. So we start with, how these reporting roles look, and then we have the other parts in the material, other folders in the material. The instructions file, everything is there, like how to install Power BI, right? Each and everything is there. And while the sessions go on, then I'll show you, the required files to be followed and all. So you can also just easily follow those things and you can do it. As I said, the data normalization process and all, we'll talk about that. Yeah, this is pretty much about the material, and this will be available on the Google Drive, and you can download, and whatever the sessions happen on daily basis, the same thing on the same material you can practice. Each and everything. Whatever you see on my screen, you will get this folder. Okay. Fine then. So I would like to show you, as it is an orientation session, I want to keep it simple and just to give you some idea about how this Power BI works. Okay. I don't want to get into so much technical stuff, but let me show you how easy it is to create any kind of a report or a dashboard using Power BI. Okay. Let's see that. So I want to create a report using some data. So this could be any kind of a data. So in the data sources folder, let's see this. I think, yeah, there is a COVID data set. Which is located on a web page. You can directly read the data from the web page. Okay. Let's see, the other day it was throwing an error. Let me see if they have corrected this data. If that is not working, then probably I'll switch to any other example. Yeah, looks like there is some issue. Absolutely no issue there. So let me just try to get the data from a CSV. And I've downloaded that file in here, COVID cases. Just load this. Okay. See, even if you are not from the reporting background, you see how easy it is going to be to, quickly create a report. Let me show you how you can quickly create a report. So you already have the COVID data here. Now you want to understand what are the total number of cases are there. Okay. So just do a double click on this, and you can ask a simple question like a total, what is the column there? New cases. So at that point in time, there were about 620. I think this data set was captured on 2021 July 4th. It's like little outdated data, okay? But yeah, but you see this, you just ask a question and it can tell you, right? So what are the total number of active cases are there? And you have unfortunate deaths too. And you also have the confirmed cases and other few things there, right? So you see that you just need to do a double click and just that's it. You will get the output there. right? You may want to take any other data set. Let me show you. I'll use this super storage data on a different report so that, I can quickly put together one dashboard, right? Excel workbook. I'm connecting to an Excel file now. So here, I'll just take this orders table. There you have like some good amount of data with all the details of the sales. I'll just load it, okay? Now let me show you how quickly it is, it can be done in order to create a dashboard or a report, okay? Let me show you how easy it is. Just do a double click once the data gets loaded. Right? So I want to know what are my total sales. Very simple. Just do a double click there. There is something called NLQ, the natural language querying. I'll also explain in detail. I'm just showing you how easy it is to learn Power BI, okay? Just do a double click and ask your question like total sales. When you ask this, it shows, okay, you got total sales of this much. You see that? Okay, I want to understand my total profit. Total profit. See this? This is your total profit. And we want to create one more, that is to get the total quantity. Just ask a question there. Total quantity. That's our total quantity. You see that how easy it is to put together, a report like this with simple cards and all. I also want to create total sales by the state. Okay, you have the sales here and you have the state here. And what you can do is just do a double click and ask a question here. Total sales by state. You just ask a simple question and it creates a visual that comes like this, and you can see each and every state and their sales. But yeah, I'm not happy the way it is present. I want to see this thing on a map. Then you can simply say on a map. That's it. Here we go. On the map, these are your total sales, right? And along with that, I also want to create, total sales by, category, which is product category. This one. So I'll just ask total sales by category. But you want to see in a pie chart. Okay, here we go. Like this, right? And I want to simply apply a slicer. I think most of the Excel users, you are aware of what is a slicer, right? Let's put it there. And I want to put this slicer for the customer segment, right? Consumer, you see that? If you are clicking on the slicer, automatically all the calculations are changing. So this is overall, if you are interested in knowing only the corporate, you see that the corporate sales, profit, and the quantity we sold, and from each and every category, how much we are getting and everything. And along with that, I just want to keep one title there as, sales performance report. Okay. That's it. And you can save this report and you can publish it online, and they can view the same report. Let me show you. Your boss can say view the same report online. Okay, so let me just save this on the desktop location for some time. Sample Power BI report. Once the report is ready, you can publish it online. Okay, so let me click on publish. I just want to publish it onto this my workspace. I'll talk about what is a workspace and how you can publish the reports there. Right. Let's open it from here using the browser. We just log in from here first. Looks like it's taking some time to directly taking me to my workspace. Yeah. So sample Power BI report. This is a report I published. I can see the same report here in my browser. So in Excel also you can create the dashboards, but only one limitation is that you can view the dashboard only in Excel environment. If you have Excel application, you can open it. But when it comes to Power BI kind of a tool, once the report is ready, you can publish it online, and using any of the browsers, you can open this. And from there, whatever the slicers and all, you want to just quickly apply and you want to see the data, yes, possible, even you can directly interact with the visuals, right? To view the data, let's say you want to see the California data or, Florida data. You just click there and directly you can see the numbers there. So that is the advantage with Power BI. You don't need to share the Power BI file. You just need to publish it so that your manager can log in to the same account and they can see the report. So I would like to show you one of those interesting thing. And, why do we need to implement RLS? Let me show you that. So we have these things are like different folders, okay? So let me just go to that 617 folder. Is running little slow today, but usually it is fast. Right, you look at this report, which is located inside that B00646 folder. As an admin, I opened this one, okay? So as an admin, I can see all the numbers, they belong to all the regions, right? But once we create something like row level security, .com, quite interesting. Let's see this. Just a second, maybe my internet is slow, could be that reason. Just give me a second. Yeah, Pradeep is one of the team members, like a regional manager. When Pradeep logs in, Pradeep won't be able to see the full data, though it's the same report. Let me show it. These kind of things are very much needed in the organization to control the data visibility to the different users basis on their, logins. So let me show you how Pradeep will view this report. 617 is the same folder, same workspace, sales performance report. It's the same report I'm opening, but as Pradeep, okay? But you see that Pradeep got access to only East region. But, whereas the same report, when we opened this as admin, we are able to see all. But Pradeep can see only East. Because Pradeep is East manager in our company, okay? So I'll show it how, Pradeep is able to see that East data is because I created a row level security here that Pradeep should be able to see only East, okay? So there is something called dynamic RLS also. There we'll talk about, how we can, sorry, let me just show you that folder there. We have defined all our roles, okay? So if you take a look at this data, Pradeep is East manager, so Pradeep can only see East data. So you can provide the list of all the users, all the managers, and who should see what, right? Then when they log into their account, they can see only their respective data. So that's how you configure. So that, the development effort is like very easy, right? I mean, you don't need to spend much time in terms of developing the same report for different regional managers, right? That consists of their respective regions data. But here it is the same report, but only one thing is we set up RLS, the row level security. Yeah, fine. So this is one of those things that we learn as part of our publishing and assets maintenance, right, on Power BI service. As I said, both Power BI desktop and Power BI service, both of them are covered in this training program. Okay, anyone had working experience with DAX, Power BI DAX or something? No? Yeah, no problem. But yeah, if you are from Excel background, then learning, understanding all these things is like very easy. Yeah. So I'll take you through this presentation on our day one, okay, of Power BI. But yeah, a few things. What is data analysis? Why it is important? We do the data analysis using different tools, but we choose Power BI here. Types of analytics. We have like 4 types of analytics: descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, prescriptive. I'll take you through in detail what are they, and data visualization, why it is needed, right? When we see something in the form of a table, it's like really complex and challenging to understand. But once you turn that into a visual like this, it's like very easy to understand, right? And then job opportunities. On an average, the data analysts, are paid really good. So the components of Power BI, the different things that are inside Power BI, will discuss Power Query, Power Pivot, Power View, Power BI Publish, right? All these things we'll discuss. And how to create a report. Just now I showed you, I connected Excel source and we created a report and I published it online. And your boss or manager can view it from any other laptop, any other mobile or a tab. We also talk about Power BI data gateways, how to automatically refresh the data. So a simple thing I'll tell you. In the traditional reporting, let's say if you are an MIS analyst, every day morning, you need to log in and you need to get the up-to-date data and copy paste the data into your report and share it with the management. But in Power BI reporting, you don't need to do that. What you can do is simply publish the report, and there is something called Power BI data gateway. It helps us every day refreshing the data. As soon as you get the new data set, that gets updated onto your Power BI report. So how to schedule that and all, I'll show you. Any report development, right? We start from simple getting the data from different places, and we build the data models. We write the DAX measures. Anyone remembers the full form of DAX? What is the full form of DAX? Data analysis,
Expression.
expressions. Perfect. Data analysis, expressions. Right. So we write different types of DAX functions, and then we build the reports, right? This is where we create so many visuals. Most of us, we have questions on building the reports. It's not because we are not good with the data. We may be good with the data, but when it comes to the visualization, we all have very similar question. Like, I have some data, which type of visual to be used, right? This is where we spend a good amount of time on the data visualization. There we talk about the different types of charts, right? Which type of chart to be used when? Is it a comparison, composition, distribution, or a relationship? So we use the different types of charts for different types of purposes. We'll talk about these things in detail so that, going forward, whenever you see some data set, you can easily say that, okay, for this data, I need to use a pie chart. For this data, I need to use a line chart, right? So these kind of things you can easily do. But yeah, once we are done with the visualization session there, and then once all the report is ready, and then we set up the roles and row level security. I told you, right? The same report, when you open it, it shows different set of data. When I open it, it shows the different set of data. So that is basically, with the help of RLS, row level security. Once it is set, then we publish the report online. Okay. So Power BI offers a free license. Okay. Free user license. We'll talk about that, how to get that license and all. And in our sessions, you may not, you no need to worry about Power BI installation, because installation is also part of our sessions. We'll take you through. But yeah, so prerequisites, I hope all of you are good with using PC, like Windows operating system, right? Windows 10, 11, and then working with the browsers, internet connection, and then knowledge of Excel and SQL. Can I consider all of you have idea about Excel formulas? Perfect. As anyways, I'm going to cover SQL sessions in this. Why Power BI? Most of the companies, why they are going for Power BI? Okay. One thing is, like, most of the users, they find working with Power BI is easier than Tableau. Why? Because the interface and all, if you look at Power BI, it looks as good as Excel only. All those features, right? And pricing is also very, very affordable. In Power BI, per month per user licenses are almost like $10. But this is a good $30. I think they revised the pricing. And it's a single user lifetime free. But here, it is only, I think these days they made it like only 15 days free. After that, you will have to go for the license. But as a single user, Power BI, you can use it for free. And then custom visuals, it can be easily downloadable visuals are there. You can easily download and you can easily use them. But in Tableau, we find it little difficult. Power BI is completely cloud-based. Once you publish the report, everything is available on on the Azure cloud only. But this has both cloud and local server based. We'll talk about that. Data connectors, you can read the data from Excel, PDF, web page, whatnot, each and everything is there. In Tableau also almost everything is there. But only one place Tableau has advantage is Power BI is really good for the medium-sized data. Medium-sized data is not so too small. You can store a good 1 GB data set. 1 GB data set is actually so huge, okay? But Tableau can do much more better in this area. Why Tableau got so many customers is because Tableau is like very old application, almost like 21 years ago. But Power BI, their first commercial edition, they released in April 2015, okay? That's the reason now it is actually capturing the market. Implementation, Power BI, I showed you, right? I was able to quickly build a report. I was able to publish the report, and I was able to log into my account and view the report. In Power BI, we use the DAX measures. In Tableau, we use MDX, okay? Volume of the data, as I said, like 1 GB data set is supported as a pro user. But if you want to go with a P1 capacity server or a P2 capacity server, then the size of the file can go up to 10 GB also. 10 GB is way, way, way too high. Okay. And the other limitation with Power BI works only with Windows. But Tableau works in both Windows and Mac. Okay. So if anyone is using Mac, like Apple products, okay, you cannot use Power BI there. You need to have Windows. Okay, I'll show you how you can download and install. There are like steps I'll take you through. This is like little outdated, but even in 2024 also, Microsoft is leading the business intelligence platforms with the help of Power BI and other few things. Okay, right. So why Power BI and all these things I'll take you through, and how to get in, Power BI. I'll show you in our next session. One of those things I would like to let you know, in this training program will also include a couple of sessions with the help of ChatGPT, how to complete your DAX formulas or how to get the output from Power BI. Okay, so you will understand that how to use ChatGPT to get different solutions quickly. It could be a complex DAX function, or it could be any suggestion in order to build a visual. So we can take the help of ChatGPT. I'll show you that as well. Okay. So overall, right from the fundamentals of business intelligence and Power BI and how to create an insightful dashboard. That is what we are going to do as part of this training, right? Any questions you got? Yeah, online participants, any questions you got?
No, nothing.
Okay. Fine then. There are a few things once we are done with the installation. Anyways, I'll take you through how to build the report and all. We'll create our first report. Okay. There are so many different custom visuals available. We'll take you through all of them. But yeah, this is overall like, even though you're not from strong reporting background, creating a report in Power BI is very easy. I just showed you, right? With the help of a double click, you just ask a question and it can give you this, the solution there, the answer there. And you just keep those cards, charts organized. That's it, right? You arrange them in the right place and you can save it as a report and you can publish it online. Okay. So we'll do step by step in Power BI, how to get the data, how to get this data from web page or SQL Server. Step by step we will learn. But by end of this training program, you will be able to create a very powerful report. And moreover, as I told you, we'll also guide you how to get certified in PL 300 certification. Okay. So the certification, you will have to write an online examination for this. We'll guide you. So what kind of material is needed, whatever the material that is needed to clear the certification, we have the material, we'll share that with you and you just need to practice that material, and cracking a 950 is very easy. Okay, 1000 marks is the exam, almost 100 minutes is the duration, and 700 is the cutoff. 70% is the cutoff. All the Microsoft certifications are with 70% cutoff only. So once you clear the certification, you will also get the PL 300 badge, which is Power BI Data Analyst Associate Certification badge. You can keep that on your resume. Like the way I kept the different badges on your resume, on my resume, same thing, you can also do that. Along with that, any Excel user is there and you want to go for Microsoft Excel certification, you just let the front office know, they will help you out like with the material and the videos, and you just practice it and you can easily crack Excel certification also, right? Fine then. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me.
Sir, once we finish the training, along with the training itself, this will help, the training itself will help us to clear the certification?
Yes, all those certification topics I'll be covering during the training only. I'll be emphasizing a few of the points, clearly mentioning that these topics are part of the certification. So you'll have to pay more attention because there are a few topics as per the outline of the certification. They ask us, there few things are there. Definitely you all need to practice them. Okay. very, very useful. And I'll anyways mention those things. Okay, these things, these kind of questions will come in the certification. So then, yeah, make a note of it, and if you practice it, it's like very easy to crack the certification. So I'll be covering all those things.
So do you recommend any other certification apart from this Power BI certifications?
Excel certifications are really good because most of the companies for a data analyst role, Excel expert certification, Excel specialist certification, they are like recommended. And along with that, if you are looking for more into the cloud technologies also, AZ900 Azure fundamentals, because most of the companies, if they are using Power BI, they also look at implementing Azure servers. So that is also a good certification. So Azure certification you can do, PL300 certification for Power BI you can do, Excel certification you can do, right? These are the most commonly, what is that, mentioned certifications in the data analyst roles.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? Great then. So let's catch up for our regular sessions from tomorrow onwards. And the ones who completed the Excel sessions from us, we have our dashboarding session. And the upcoming Sunday is what they are planning. But yeah, the regular Power BI sessions, they will run from tomorrow onwards. Meanwhile, all of you just practice all the concepts and be ready for the dashboarding. And if you would like to continue in the Power BI session, it's up to you. And let me tell you one interesting thing here. Whatever the report that you create using Excel, the dashboard that you create using Excel by spending like half an hour or 45 minutes, the same thing can be done in few minutes in Power BI, right? So that is the advantage of Power BI. So Excel users, definitely your recommendation is the next step should be Power BI for you. SQL and Power BI. You can, it's up to you. All right. Great then. So it's nice interacting with all of you, and I wish you once again a happy new year, and let's catch up tomorrow for our first session on Power BI, and I'll take you through all these concepts. Yep. Great then. So thanks
Thank you.
everyone. See you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You.
Thank
Bye.
you, sir.